Both the Dodgers and UCLA are in a state of mourning. What is LAFC up against in their chase for the Supporters' Shield? And Chicharito gets a final thumbs down from El Tree's manager. Good morning, I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is Faithful Angelenos. I'm going to be doing 2 tapes today, by the way. This one is going to be much shorter because I tried doing it today with a take on the Rams. I'm going to put that one out later today. You do not want to miss it. But it is right now, September 21st, 2022. I want to thank the new subscriber who joined our channel. If you like the content that we put out, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And yes, comment. I am not perfect because I damn sure know it. I put out a 17-minute clip. I know that's way too long, so we're going to go short this time. Before we go through the news and notes from around LA sports, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. The Dodgers played a doubleheader yesterday, which they split. The first game, they had a 5-run rally in the 8th to knock out Arizona 6-5. Miguel Vargas drove in the winning run. And in the nightcap, Arizona, they got off the deck. They snapped the Dodgers' 5-game winning streak with a 5-2 victory. I want to give you a concept of Dodger regular season greatness right now. The Dodgers at this moment are 58 games over 500. The Detroit Tigers only have 57 wins. And that's not even enough. Pittsburgh, they only have 55. Oakland, 54. The Washington Nationals have just 51 wins this year, and the Dodgers are 58 games over 500. Just to give you an idea. Meanwhile, today the Diamondbacks will play the Dodgers again at 7. That's Dustin May, 2-2. Madison Bumgarner, 6-15. But not all is champagne and roses for the Dodgers. Maury, who is a former MVP, went to 3 World Series, stole 586 bases, and he was the first man to ever steal 100 bases in a season back in 1962. He died Monday night out in Arizona. No cause of death was given. He was 89. The Dodgers are going to add a patch to their jersey in his honor, just like they have one for Vin Scully. And I met him. Got his autograph. It's in my closet. He's extremely gracious. He was also an extremely gracious mentor to current manager Dave Roberts, who wears 30 on his jersey in Maury Will's honor. So definitely a tough day for Dodger diehards. Meanwhile, Kevin Pillar has been out since June 1 with a fractured shoulder. He said he played his first game as part of his comeback on Monday night, and he included Oklahoma City in the tweet. Here's the problem. Oklahoma City didn't play Monday night. So what the heck is he talking about? I don't know yet. Simulated game, pickup game, who the hell knows? Meanwhile, over in Westwood, former UCLA basketball player Jalen has died after going missing in Costa Rica, according to his family. It's a really tragic story. If you might remember back in the day, he left the team in January of 2021 saying that he needed to work on his mental health, anxiety, depression. That was a time in American history where a lot of us were still under COVID lockdown protocols. You could watch a basketball on TV, you just couldn't go to it. So you had to be locked down in your room all these other times. And I know for a fact it messed with a lot of people's heads. Remember, so it was a really tough thing for the guy to go to. And I will say we do not know the cause of death, but because we don't know the cause of death and because we know he was dealing with mental issues, I'm afraid another shoe's going to drop and it's just not going to be nice. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. His life was not without a little bit of controversy before he even played a game for the Bruins. He was one of 3 players who was involved in a shoplifting incident over in China. But let's be real. If the worst thing I could ever be accused of is lifting a pair of 50-cent sunglasses from a swap meet, I'd be a lot better man. The family is asking for thoughts and prayers, and I think it's only right that if you are a prayerful type of person that you might want to send up for their family. Both LAFC and the Philadelphia Union have 2 games left in the MLS regular season and are tied in points atop the race for the Supporters' Shield. The first tiebreaker, if they do wind up being level, is wins. LAFC has that in a runaway. That's not going to change. LAFC, well, then we look at the schedule. They're going to be at Portland, and then they finish the season at Bank of California Stadium on October 9th against Nashville. Philly is against 2 teams that have both been eliminated from the playoffs, Charlotte and Toronto. So Philly has the easier path. LAFC, yeah, they've improved to goaltender, but Andre Blake of Philly is probably the best goalkeeper in MLS. So for every advantage LAFC has, you could say Philadelphia has a different advantage as well. Goal differential with Gareth Bale, you might say LAFC has more talent. Goal differential with Gareth Bale is in the negative. But then Carlos Vela has picked up his scoring. He's all the way up to 11, along with Christian Arango's 15. So I'm telling you, it looks like a fun little race. And I'll be damned if I go to a casino and put money on who's going to win it. Chicharito of the LA Galaxy will not be joining El Tri for the World Cup, according to Mexican national soccer team manager Tata Martino. My gut feeling, Mexico was kind of struggling to qualify for the World Cup, and I think that led to the possible reunion of Chicharito and Martino. But now that they're in, Martino's like, nah, screw this guy, I don't need him. It's just a guess, but I think I'm right. As for the Galaxy itself, they're going to miss 3 players this weekend against San Jose. Only one of them, however, is a starter, by the way. That's Martin Caceres. So, for the most part, LA should have a full roster going up there. Junior wide receiver Gary Bryant. He's expected to redshirt the rest of the year. He was one of the Trojans' best wide receivers last year. Caught 7 touchdowns, 579 yards. He turned to their go-to guy when Drake London got injured and missed the rest of the year. But now, honestly, this team is just loaded at wide receiver. So he's trying to maximize what he can. He's only caught 2 passes this year in 3 games. For all we know, he might be redshirting to save it to go into the transfer portal. We have no idea. Best of luck to Mr. Bryant. Also for the Trojans, left tackle Cortland Ford is back at practice. Same for Bobby Haskins. So both are going to be a go for the game this Saturday against Oregon State. And later this afternoon, as I mentioned, I'm going to talk about the Rams' biggest threat to repeat as Super Bowl champions. But at the least, I want to give you a sense of optimism about the team. Sense of optimism. In 2 games, the Rams' defense on their own have only allowed 34 points. What do I mean by that? I mean points that weren't created by, say, a blocked punt. Points that were created by, say, a Matthew Stafford turnover that put the defense on its heels back in their own side of the field. If it's just literally a traditional kickoff or punt that the other team gets and the other team drives down the field, the Rams defense is only allowing 17 points per game. So on that level, there's a foundation for the Rams to build upon. Now, like I said, if I had included the rant that I tried earlier today on the Rams' biggest threat, we're going to be here all morning. Instead, I'm going to post it later today. Do not miss out if you're a Rams fan, because it's something you probably haven't thought of before. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like and subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We do talk LA sports here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corta El Queso production. Take care.